Today I want to give you an overview of a new product that we're going to use. It's called Google Classroom. To get started with Google Classroom, we're going to need to open up Google. So go down to the taskbar down at the bottom of your screen and click the Chrome button. Wait a minute for Chrome to open up. And when it does, it'll bring you to the main login page. You're going to type in Google Classroom. It'll search this for you. Eventually it's going to come up with the first link called Google Classroom. Now if you've never logged in before, it's going to pull up a screen that may look kind of confusing. It'll say Introducing Classroom, and it'll say Google for Education. You don't really want to read this. This is just an overview. You just want to click the blue button in the middle that says Go to Classroom. At this point, it's going to have you log in. And I want to point out how the login works. Your login, and obviously it's kind of funny to see my picture, but your login is different from mine because I'm a teacher. Your login, instead of saying C Gibbs, which is my username, you're going to type in your ID number. But the part that's going to be the same for everybody is you're going to type at, and then the part that's the same is p12fwps.org. That is the same for everybody. So it's your ID number at p12fwps.org. Your password is the same that you log into a computer with. Once you have both of those typed in, click Sign In. Now at this point, if you're locked out of your account or your Google account doesn't work, or if there's any problems, you need to let your teacher know. But understand that it's going to take about 24 hours to reset your account, so it needs to be done immediately. For today, if you are locked out of your account, I recommend typing your rough draft on a Word document. Okay, when you come to the main screen, mine looks different than yours because I'm a teacher that has multiple classes. And right now, you probably don't have any classes listed on yours. But underneath the home page up in the top left corner, Mrs. Byer and Mr. Gibbs have invited you to join their class. So there'll be like a blue button that says Accept Invite or Join, and you want to click that button. So let's pretend I'm in Mr. Gibbs' third period class. I've clicked Join. I will be enrolled in a class. And the class is pretty simple, and it has kind of two parts to it. But the main part is called the stream, and that is the main activity page where assignments and announcements are given for the class. Okay? And on this stream, there's one assignment, and the assignment is the American History Project Rough Draft. And you should all see that on your stream because it's been shared with you. All right. At the bottom, find where it says 2015 AHP Writing Packet, and it's a Google Doc. You don't want to click on the videos right now. Just click the document, and it'll open up a new tab for you. You know you've done it correctly when your screen looks just like mine. Now, when you get to this point, stop, because we need to talk about the differences. In the past, we used to have you handwrite your American History Project paper. But this year, we're not going to do that. We're going to run everything through Google Docs. So you will be typing your rough draft, receiving feedback through comments, and submitting your final draft. So just follow along. So when you get to this screen, once again, just stop. Don't type anything. Don't touch anything. Because the first thing that you have to do is create your very own version. So follow with me where it says File in the top left corner. You need to click File, and you need to go Make a Copy. When you do, it's going to give you the screens called Copy Document, and you need to enter the following information. Listen carefully because this is exactly how Mrs. Byer and Mr. Gibbs want it entered. You need to enter your name, and then just leave 2015 AHP Writing Packet. That is exactly how we want it to appear. You have an option to share this document with the same people. Please do not click that. All you do is type your name, 2015 AHP Writing Packet, and simply click OK. Now, I'm not going to do that today because I'm not a student in this class, but all of you should click the blue button. Once again, simply stop and look at the screen. If you have done this correctly, in the corner, it will say your name and then 2015 AHP Writing Packet. If it does not say this, you need to once again go to File and Make a Copy and change the name so it says this. If you're a person that's already started typing, once again, stop, go back to where you were, and make a copy of the document. Okay? Once you've done this correctly, though, this document is free for you to edit and make changes to and begin typing on. I'll quickly go through the document with you. The first page is just kind of the cover page. You will go ahead and delete these lines and write your research question on the front page. You'll write your name, your social studies period, language arts period, and the date. Okay. You can read over the instructions on the first page. You can read over the instructions for the final draft. The second page that kind of goes on to the third page lists the rubric for the project. And this shows you the language arts and history standards that you'll be measured on. Okay. You don't really need to click anything or type anything here. It's not until the third page that you have something to write. And part 1, you'll notice about halfway down is your introduction. On the next page is part 2, which is your background, era, or time period information. The third part will be the topic overview. The fourth part will be the legacy. The fifth part will be the conclusion, and then finally the annotated bibliography. Now we understand that this is a total of 8 pages, and you may have many questions about how long your essay needs to be and what parts you need to cover, but really we're concerned about just giving you enough space to write, so that's why we've made it 8 pages. So some of you are going to need more space in certain sections than others, and we understand that. So if you have more specific questions, talk to your teacher, but I just want to go through the document with you. In the future, I can click off this. Notice you can always click off of a Google Doc because it automatically saves. Go back to Classroom. In the future, until you're ready to turn in the assignment, you don't need to come back to Classroom. The minute that you clicked on this packet and opened a new version, it saved that version in Google Drive. And so just be on the lookout for that. And I actually have a video tutorial I made for you showing you the differences between Google Classroom and Google Drive. And you can watch that. So this is just a brief overview of Google Classroom, and hopefully this really helps you write a successful rough draft.